Hello and welcome back everybody to day 36 of our madness series for 7 Days to Die. I am Lainey, and you might be wondering where I've been the last couple days. Well, day 35 was a bit of a blur. Unfortunately, Windows did its window things. While I do have the footage of what happened, the sound was borked, so I will try to recap as best as I can. We went on a questing and looting adventure, doing quests for a couple of the traders that sent us to a home. Now you guys may or may not know how much I love looting houses. This is why. Out of a tier 2 home, we got an array of new weapons. We're now the proud owners of a level 4 steel spear, a level 2 auto shotgun, and a level 5 turret. Once I found out the sound situation, I came back home and did what comforts me most. I cooked. We now have steak and potatoes that could last us for life. But even though this day went down with a poof, I have switched gears. I have made new plans. I am determined today to start a moat. Alright, good morning everyone. Yes, it's tragic. But not to worry, we only lost, I don't know, half a day at most. The rest of the time I spent digging. I will show you what I've been working on. Now, I thought about starting to work on the second floor here. That was my initial thought. And it would have been quite good, to be fair. But I think it's really hard to work right now because I get a lot of screamers. And so I thought I would work on the moat first. They both need to be worked on anyway. So I figured I might as well do that. I will take the motorcycle here, I think. And I will show you around the place because it's a little bit far. And if not, it would take me quite a while to get up there. So you will see that I started laying down some frames because the idea here is, well, all of that needs to be dug out on the left side there. And all of that in between these blocks need to be dug out too. So like here. It's only 2 wide. I think that should be okay. I'm thinking 3 wide would have been better. You know, you could put blade traps on 3 wide. But, you know, who cares? We'll just put some spikes down there at the bottom and it'll be fine. They'll either die down there or they'll walk back to here. So eventually it'll be okay. Do not worry, these bars are not going to be so high up. They're going to be down on the ground. But I just wanted kind of to lay down where it was going to go so that I got an idea of how large it was going to be. But it's going to be pretty large. I probably have to do something about the terrain here because it's a little bit uneven. So I'll have to work that out somehow. But there will be an inner wall and the outer is not a wall. It's just going to be, I just wanted to have a concrete so that, you know, it doesn't get damaged all the time. So I will do that. And you can tell that I started laying down some here because I figured, and I wasn't going to do this to start with, but I'm going to do it now because it's just how I ended up looking on the other side. I'm going to use this building as the wall. Initially, I was going to create another wall here. So like right here where I'm writing. I was going to create just a wall around the building, but it ended up looking kind of weird with the tower right there. So we're just going to make the moat off of the side of the building here. So if you will note, I started already. I'm going to make a wall, obviously, all there where that's missing. And it's going to have a floor. I don't know if that's going to happen today. I will put up the support for the main house over there, of course, so I don't have any zombies digging through because that would be really bad. But I will put the support for the house and I will get all of it dug out. I think that's the plan for today. To just get the whole thing dug out and to make stairs on the way back. So we have these stairs here. It connects to these, which are the part of the horde. I'm very pleased about that. I actually think that works really well. Because then I don't have to make another set of staircases. It's just, it looks so clean, so sharp, so planned when it wasn't. So that is the situation with the moat that we're going to be working on today. I am very, very excited. I got as much concrete as I could done. It's basically been cooking non-stop since the last time we were building, so we're looking pretty good. And I was able to get a little bit of stone from there. But the moat is mostly on areas that are clay. So somebody had this idea, Venom, from our community. And I think he said to do the poles. But I ended up doing these little butts because it just looked better on the angled flooring there. I could have removed the roof, I guess, and done that. But the zombies don't seem to recognize it as a way up. So this is really great. That means that I can get up here and I've made a door And now we can enter this without having to put blocks in. You might also notice there's some new things here. So I'll try to explain some of that. Thank you all of you for the suggestions on this house. I know there had been a suggestion already to put a door off of here to enter the motel. And I will do that eventually. Once the mode is complete, we can go ahead and add a door down there. And it should be pretty safe to go back into the motel. You will also, maybe you didn't notice, but the motel has been all blocked off now. And I plan to do something kind of cute with it. We'll see. We'll make a room for all the supporters and all of you who have, stood by me, who comment often, who are on Discord. Anybody who has been supporting this series will get a little plaque over there, and we'll make a little room. We'll make it look nice. Especially over here, we might continue the thing all the way around, since I'm going to be able to put my house at the top here. And over here, I thought maybe I'll put some turrets here to protect me, but that's going to be, I don't know. I have to decide if that's going to be good. But the reason for this is you can see. I can go over the ledge here and I can shoot back. And I'm hoping that this means that I won't get myself shot with the rockets. Because if you shoot rockets from here, it's very awkward. It's almost like I'm scared. And you guys know this is permadeath. I can't really afford dying. I can shoot rockets from the side here. That would be okay as well. It's not a big deal. And, you can shoot rockets this way. And I'm pretty sure I could shoot rockets from the inside there too. But just in case, I went ahead and did these little things here. I think this is my favorite spot to sit at. You can see that it has a really nice range here. It's got a beautiful area where I can shoot the rockets. So I'm pleased. Now for the observant out there, you might notice that there is no longer that weird fireplace. I don't know what to call it. That tube. And thank you so much for all the suggestions on how to get rid of that. I tried a lot of things. I removed all the blocks that were supporting it, hoping that it would collapse. That was not the case this time, but I'm pretty sure that would have worked if it was something else. I was also told it could be a quest marker. I was also told that it could be other things, but, well, fun anecdote, it was a tree. It was an invisible tree. I tried to hatchet it before, it didn't work, but we were able to blow it up somehow, and the thing just fell, and then I was able to place a block. It was weird, but I am very, very glad it's gone, and obviously now I will be able to build here without a problem. That I'm not going to have an issue with my helipad. None of that. I am so happy it's gone. So, I mean, yeah, try that out. It wasn't working when I tried to hatchet it, but I was able to blow it up. So, it's something to consider if you are having this kind of issue. Invisible trees are apparently a thing. But we need to get started, so I'm going to stop talking because there's a lot of things to do. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my auger ready, and we're going to start digging. Okay, so I did a lot of digging mostly throughout the day, and I also went ahead and placed a bunch of blocks you can see over here. It was not exactly what I was thinking, but I think it's going to work in the end. So I didn't get much done. I thought I would get a lot further than this, but I did get a significant amount, right? We dug all of this out. There was so much lead right there, you can see. So we have plenty to make bullet tips for the next horde. But who needs bullet tips when we can just have rockets? Many rockets. I also placed a couple rockets to make. We have gunpowder making, basically everything that we require. And I went ahead and dug this out. It wasn't as hard as I would have thought. I mean, there was a lot of clay, yes, but there was a little bit of a layer of rock. And whenever I found it, I thought, oh man, it's going to take me forever. But it was only a thin layer here, only in some parts, because I think this flooring is just a bit uneven. And like I said, there was a little bit of metal right there. So I went ahead and went as far as I could. I even did some of that side, but barely any, to be fair. So tonight I was thinking I would continue doing that, but it is almost nighttime and I got a little bit scared. So I think I'm going to lay this down here because we're going to do something to give ourselves an exit here. And I considered many things, but I think a power drawbridge would be the best one. I think a regular drawbridge would also be fine. We could also just put blocks and remove them every time. That seems like it would get boring. So I've added these here so we can put the cameras for the time being. And I think the generator, I'm just going to put it, I don't know, maybe I'll just put it over here for now. I don't know if I'm going to even cover it, but something like that. I know it's not super fancy, but we'll deal with that later, right? I'm actually going to do a little power area here, or we'll connect it to that power link over there. So the first thing to do, let's go back inside, is I'm going to have to make a new generator because I don't want to use the one that we use for the horde base, obviously. That would be quite lame. So I have a bunch of stuff in my inventory. You can see I have a couple of engines. I think this is more than enough. Let's see what we need to make the generator. We need iron, mechanical parts, and I'll have plenty of these. Oh my, my mechanical parts are low, kind of low. But I think we're still going to be fine. So we're going to make one of these, not a big deal. And I also wanted to make some lights. I'm highly considering this one. The reason why this one's good is because it doesn't actually use power. It's just very bright. So we might want to make a few of these because my horde base is super dark. And I think that would be pretty good. But I think maybe just for the looks, I would also like to make, I don't know if an industrial light would be the best one, but maybe an industrial light would be kind of cool to put it at the top there of the drawbridge, just so to give it a little bit of a look. I'm also going to put a camera. So I have a couple of them here, or motion sensor, I guess, officially called. And the reason for these is because I want it to open as I'm passing through, but I don't want it to open for the zombies and all of that. So these I found in boxes already, and so are the switches, so we don't have to make those. The last thing we need to make is a reinforced drawbridge. It's going to cost quite a bit of iron. That's the only thing I really need to grab, right? Everything else I have on me. So yeah, this is going to take the longest, so let's put this to make first. There it is, 16 minutes. Okay, that's longer than I thought. Okay, we got like 7 of those making. That should be pretty nice. And we'll go ahead and put the generator down. Oh my, I have to pick up my garden too. So much to do, so little time. Well, you know, that's not the worst spot. Because I am going to... Will that connect to the bridge? I think it will. I think it will. I'm going to put it right there. We'll put it against the wall. And you don't have to worry too much because I'm going to obviously put blocks here. Right? So it's going to be pretty good. And I don't throw any explosives there. That will have very little chance of actually getting deleted. And this is obviously going to have a wall. Right there. I was concerned making it high because I'm worried that the zombies will see this as a place to attack, like the main floor right there. But we'll see. Maybe we'll get a zombie to test this out. But we should be okay. This should be alright to have this as high as the window right there. And eventually what I want to have, and I think I've spoken about this before, is I wanted to have some sort of bridge going here on top of this. So it would be, well, not a bridge. So the bridge would be here. And yeah, I guess it's technically a bridge. But a little bit of a shooting area. So I would have obviously bars here so I could shoot down if there were zombies down here. And, you know, I would be able to walk on top of that, kind of like a bit of a catwalk area there. I haven't decided how big I'm going to make it, but we'll decide that very soon. And over here, I'm just going to go ahead and refuel it since I have all the gas on me. And I'll put the generators there. So we have that set up. I can also have a switch, which I suppose it's good to have either way. Is this a good spot for it though? It doesn't actually matter because the switch is always going to be on. Otherwise, this is not going to work. But I guess it would be nice to move the switch closer so that way it acts as a relay, if that makes any sense. So we'll put it right there. Should be safe-ish. Oh, I really hope a zombie doesn't spit at over here. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. We should just be just fine. So I'm going to connect these two. Right there. Right here. Perfect. Let me go ahead and start laying down all the blocks. I will get this done tonight, guys. I will get this done. At least this little area will be complete. And it's not going to be safe yet because I do need the moat all around. And what I was thinking is I could spend the rest of the night after placing all these and upgrading them, obviously. I can spend the rest of the night just digging out the sides, even if I don't do it perfectly. If I just leave somewhat of a gap and I make it 3 deep at least, it should deter the zombies from going all the way around the house, which will help me. And then I will be able to... Oh, I will be able to work on it later without any issues. Hopefully. The problem is, I think all this calls the zombies. Or calls screamers. And a pack of screamers, I don't think I can handle right now. Well, if one of them screams, then a bunch of crazy ones will show up, and I think it's still nightmare speed at night, so yeah. I definitely do not want to die doing this. That would be, honestly, the worst case scenario. I have lived through so much. Imagine going down like this. Not like this. I wonder how many levels I have so far. I know I got in a couple. Yeah, I got 2. And this might have been from yesterday too. So, you know, don't think it's only tonight. But I wanted to put a point into parkour. If you guys don't know, I love... Oh no, we only have agility to put 1. It needs to be 1 meter higher. I need to get this stunt man. Okay. It's fine. We're gonna put more points into agility until we get there. I think after upgrading all of this, we should be able to get it. Stuntman, here I go. Agility 4. Is it just me? Or does somebody else love the look of the wet concrete? It's super satisfying. I mean, after right-clicking for this long, you kind of get used to it, but man, it just feels good when you finish a patch and it all looks so shiny. I don't know. Maybe I'm a super weirdo, but it really does make me... It pushes me forward. It makes me continue. By the way, I already got a few levels when I was upgrading all of this. So I feel like I should be able to parkour too. Which should get me there. So this is going to be 4. Oh, yeah. I am. Oh my god, this is so much better. Look, this is too high. And now I can jump it. Oh, that feels good. That feels good. That's exactly what I wanted to do. I feel so much more confident now, a little bit safer. Just being able to jump that extra length is so good. You have such an advantage versus the zombies, because they can't do that. Well, they shouldn't be able to do that. Sometimes they do it, but they do it. Oh my god, what is wrong with me? After building for a while, I turn into a big potato head. But yeah, as you can see right now, because this side is not tall enough, they will jump. They will make it, I think. They will definitely make it. But we don't talk about that, right? There's still so much to do. This project I thought was going to be much smaller than that area, but I don't know. I guess it's more straightforward, right? So that's why I think it's not going to take us long. Oh yeah, we can definitely remove the hill here. This hill is... Well, I don't really care about it, to be honest. I care more about that hill. Yeah, we'll have to do a little bit of digging on the outside, but that's no big deal. I'm gonna go get some more concrete so I can actually upgrade more so we can see a more finished product. But I also want to go get the bridge, and we're gonna connect it. I swear I thought I parked the car here, but the car is back there again. Oh, yeah. I'm super worried that has a bug. If you guys don't know, there's been this bug on Alpha. I don't know if it's only Alpha 19, but man, it has been happening to me so much. Probably since Alpha 18, actually, if I think about it. But yeah, it's the vehicle. Yeah, they keep spawning, and then you have 10 of the same vehicles, and their inventory keeps duplicating. We'll eventually deal with that. But yeah, this is going to be the actual wall. It's going to look so short on this side because of the hill. So I might have to do something about that. But on the other side, it's going to look so tall that it doesn't actually matter. You know, it might be kind of cool that it's this short because I can just jump on it from my side. So who cares? And I will actually dig this out all the way to the bottom. Like the moat would be, if that makes sense. So we can lay these down. It's fine. I don't think the zombies will attack it. I hope. Maybe. But since I do have to dig, this might actually be a stupid idea. So I just wanted you guys to see what it was going to look like. All right, now let's get over here. And I'm going to I cannot mess this up. Okay, I cannot mess this up at all. It needs to be going that way. Okay, I have an idea. Imagine if I actually do mess this up. This bridge was not that cheap. It was not that expensive, I guess, but it was Not free. I don't want to have to remake it again. It took 17 minutes. One more. Why isn't it moving forward? There it is. Okay. We did it. I'm just double checking, but yeah. Weird. It won't let me put it right there. It will let me put it in the middle. Okay. Okay, game. You do you. I'm gonna go ahead and do this then. It's fine. At worst case scenario, I just use this as a frame. And I deal with it later. Not a big deal. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. Yeah, it works. You can see it still stays within the area. Oh, that's cute. Alright. I accept it. It's not exactly what I was thinking it would do, but it's fine. I could also do it at the top. But this at least gives some sort of reason for this, I suppose. And it will be more towards the bottom, so it'll be better. And we could put a light at the top or something. This is not going to stay flat like this. Don't worry. So here's the plan. We're going to go from here to there. And from here to the other one. We want to make sure that they're connected separately. Right? Because we don't want these two to working together, if that makes sense. No, they shouldn't. And don't worry about the line. It'll be fine. I will figure it out later, like I said. I will switch that on. And we probably want to turn this on. If you don't have it on, then you can't actually work the cameras. And from here, it's super easy. We're going to not do the cameras on the timed one. The timed one is the top one. We're going to do the cameras on the bottom one. So we're going to connect. There we go. And here's a very important thing. You need to connect the cameras to each other. Oh. Please. Please, game. Good. There we have it. And now... Did I grab that eyes? Okay. I hope so. Well, let's cut that because I'm not sure that worked exactly as I wanted it to. And we'll connect this one, I guess. Oh my god. It's so annoying because I'm so short. To that. Okay, so that's the only I'll-go thing that you're going to see, but you can see that it does work. When I come through this area, the thing will go and it will go open and will stay open, but you will see that it will close really quickly. So we need to fix the settings to that or we're going to have some issues. I'm going to connect the timed relay here to the light. Alright, and the light is technically on now, but I want to make sure that it only comes on at night. So my start time will be... When does it start getting a little bit dark here? Oh, I wonder if you can type. No. You have to keep clicking. Alright, that's fine. We'll go till 4 a.m., right? 4 a.m. should be light enough that it should cover. And start time, this is going to be a military time, so it's going to be... I think 20 is a good time. Starts getting kind of dark by then, so we'll want the light to turn on then. Okay, perfect. So you will see now the light will be off. Perfect. And now the settings with the cameras. You got to make sure that it does only target allies or target self. I guess we'll leave the allies on. Why not? The power delay and the power duration are pretty important. So the power duration, we want to make sure that it lasts long enough for me to get through the bridge. So we'll try 5 seconds. We'll see how that works out. And the power delay, we probably don't want it to have any delay when it actually sees us and opens up the gate. Right? But it's seeing all the way out there. We don't want that either because, you know, it will open the gate when we're all the way out there. That's craziness. It can open when we're over here. We can even go crazy and just do it like when we are at the ledge, but I think that's unnecessary. We want to make sure that we can walk in smoothly. So we'll leave it right there and you just press escape and you'll go back to that and you'll see the preview will change. So that's gonna work out, I think. We'll see. And we have to do the same over here. And the camera will be when we're right here. This one is more annoying if we don't do it right. And I don't know if you can actually zoom in to make it a little bit easier, but this one I'm going to do like almost at the edge because if not, it's going to open the gate when I'm out there and it's going to be super annoying. So I'm going to do it when I'm right here. This one is going to have to get a little bit closer, but I think that's fine. Let's try it out with the motorcycle. I wanted to try out with the 4x4, but the 4x4 has moved on its own. It's making me a little bit anxious. Let's see. This is going to open when we're really close, as you can see. And we're going to have plenty of time. 5 seconds should be good. And it should close by itself. You see, we're on this side now, but it's not opening. And it should have opened. Camera? Why are you failing me? We'll disconnect that one, just to make sure. And we'll try it again. We'll connect that camera to that camera. Does it see me? Okay, maybe we'll do it like this. We'll connect the door afterwards. Maybe it's having an issue. Okay, so now it's working. But will the other side work? Okay, it closed. Yes, okay. Okay, I understand what I did wrong. See, even after doing electricity for 1,000,000 years, you still get it wrong sometimes. So the only thing I did wrong is that I didn't connect the door to the latest camera that I hooked. It will go from relay to camera 1 to camera 2 to power door or of whatever kind. So you want to make sure that if you could have done it relay to camera 2 to camera 1 and then from camera 1 to the door. That's fine. But it just has to be one swift motion. It can't be any backtracking. So if you backtrack to camera 1 and you connect it to the door, apparently it doesn't work, as you can see, because we made that huge mistake. And now it's good though. We've done it. I'm pleased. It works. I will show you again with my human self. And I should be able to walk out this way. And the problem is it won't close. Yeah, you see, it'll keep opening and keep closing if I stay in this area, because it assumes that I'm still needing to enter, which makes sense. But with the timer delay, with the 5 seconds, that means is that will stay open. Oh my god. Where did she come from? Do I have a horde? Oh, of course. We haven't finished the moat yet. We do have a horde. Hello, friends. Oh, he's down. Eventually, I won't have to worry about you guys. I hope so, at least. That was actually really fun. I needed some zombies in my life. Did they break through here? That's rude. That's rude. I'm trying to finish off this area, guys. Jeez. What? There's another one? We can use our spear. It must be coming around the back here. Oh, no. Come on, dude. Come on. Oh, you jerk. Oh my god, no papaya, but that was still pretty good. And I just want to thank you guys so much for watching this episode and the start of our moat. I hope you enjoyed, I guess, our little electrical component setup here. We're going to be doing a lot more of it in this main building, and that's going to get kind of complicated, I think, over time. But we have a really nice setup going, and we should be ready for Horde Night even if we get it tomorrow. I have an insane amount of rockets. It's going to be really fun. So thanks again for watching, and I am going to be playing a little bit of what happened yesterday in case you're interested. If not, I hope to see you guys on the next one. Until then, bye.